the World Cup final game starts. I won't be watching the game. Yup, I've cancelled this. I intentionally decided that no, I want to lock in. If I don't work hard, business might fail. I'm just a regular guy who finished high school, graduated there, and then after I got separated from the environment that I was in, I found, don't take my word for it. Just watch me implement whatever I preach and see for yourself. Am I legit? Or am I just a yapper out there who wants to make a name for himself? What about the security? What if, I don't know, someday someone in the company decides that they want to ruin the lives of everyone because they hate a certain person or they hate the company itself and they have this hidden anger in them? I was so tired that I couldn't do more than 4 push-ups. After the call, took a power nap for 3 hours. Yeah, it sucked. It's okay to slip, but don't slide downwards. Oof, what a Sunday. I'm drinking some fresh strawberry juice. Today, in about 1 hour and 10 minutes, the World Cup final game starts. It's Argentina versus Spain. And believe it or not, I've been supporting Argentina since 2014. I was sad when they lost against Germany. And then they made the comeback. So I don't know who will win. And I won't be watching the game. Yup, I've cancelled this. I had it planned with my friends. Cancelled. We had a beach party. Cancelled. And it's crazy the amount of traffic that's on the road right now. I assume everyone's out there. They want to go and watch the final. And I just got back from church, and below it, there's like a festival that's going on. So summer vibes are literally everywhere. And I am going the opposite direction of this summer trend, I can say. You know, while everyone's outside and engaging in like fun activities, I intentionally decided that no, I want to lock in. I want to do the exact opposite. It's something that I didn't necessarily anticipate, but you know, I'm adapting based on the urgency that the business needs to in order to grow, to scale. Because now is a very delicate time. If I don't work hard, yeah, the business might fail. But I'm doing my best and want to show you as well. I got these 3 books. So this is the $100 million Money Models by Alex Hormozy. I already have the 2 other books. Which are these. So right now I've completed the core collection. And I've read the $100 million Offers book like 3 times. You can see the stickers and it's fully highlighted. The notes in it is crazy. I keep on reading it every time. Like I think there's a weakness in the offer. It's such a good book. And then I got Never Finished by David Goggins. I'm not a huge fan of Goggins. I think he's very extreme with what he does. But I think I want to read this because I'm in this lock-in season and I want to push my limits, whether it's with the business, whether it's with, I don't know, the swimming that I do, the cardio and running, the gym, you know, lift more weights. So this is that time of the year. And then the Lessons of History by Will and Ariel Durant. It's a very good book. It's highly recommended by the best entrepreneurs out there, including Ty Lopez. He has it in his top like book recommendations. So we're gonna give them a read. For now, I want to finish the Everyday Hero Manifesto that I'm reading by Robin Sharma. I'm 50% there. But yeah, locked in more than ever. And now I need to pack my gym bag, prepare all the stuff that I have, get into bed, sleep, and wake up tomorrow at 5 a.m. and ace the day.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. We're gonna be learning how to make an espresso today.
Okay. Are you still here for the tutorial? Either way, uh, it's the third day of waking up at 5 a.m. It feels awesome. And I don't know why. It's not very hard to wake up. I'm not finding any difficulty in that process compared to a couple of years ago when I was attending university. I would force myself to wake up at 5 a.m. to get some work done before I actually head there. But I think it's because I'm sleeping at the same time consistently. I'm in bed at like 9:30. I want to bring it down to like 9, and I sleep at around 9:45 to like 10:15 p.m. So I think that consistency is helping a lot. What I usually do is the water that's left over from yesterday is warm, so I'd put it back in the storage and I would fill it up with cold water that's fresh as well. So now we got this. Is this still tracking me? Ooh. While this is filling up, I would fill up my flask. Guys, I don't know why, but I like to be efficient in everything I do in life. So first of all, I turn this on and I start making the coffee. And then when this is done, I put the coffee and then I fill up my flask. So there are always tasks that are going on in parallel, and that is called parallelism. And it's something that's very familiar in the building programs. It's something very familiar in the coding space or the software building space, and it helps in building a ton of efficiency. How you do anything is how you do everything. I've been so focused to do the tasks properly, and that's why I didn't say anything. Okay. Everything is executed perfectly. Let's go to my desk now. The plan for today is simple. I got a couple of things to do for my clients, and then I'm gonna continue working on the big business YouTube video that I've been building for so far. That's the third day of building it. So ever since I started waking up at 5 a.m., have lunch, and I gotta check also one of my friend's code. He sent it to me to kind of verify everything's working well, and I really really appreciate that about him because I'm very familiar in like the software development space, and this friend of mine was also searching for a developer, and he had a couple of proposals. One of them was like for $2,000, and they had all these like different scopes and things to that they included that looked very fancy. So my friend wanted to verify if their proposal is actually legit, it's good, and what they're like the deliverables that they're providing are actually useful. So I checked the proposal, and it's very funny because it's literally filled with like useless words that are just fancy. And what they wanted to charge him $2,000 for can be done in like, I don't know, one day, a couple of hours maybe. They had like a 10-day timeline, and their main goal was to make it look fancy so that they can charge a lot. So I told him, bro, like, don't go with them. Check out other providers. And a few days later, he found someone who could do the same task within a few hours for just like $200. So he was humble enough to reach out and ask me for advice in something that I'm familiar in. So I highly recommend you do the same with whatever things that you're not an expert in, and you want to seek advice, seek it from the right person. At least that's what I do whenever I need advice on something that I'm not very experienced in. I find the right person to ask. Because yeah, you can be humble and you can ask advice from anyone and be very kind and respect people. But if you ask the wrong person, they might give you misleading advice, and this might be worse than not even taking the advice in the first place. So back to the schedule. I'll have lunch. I might take a power nap if I'm tired, and then go to the gym. I got some weightlifting today and some explosive moves, and then gonna go to a nearby church, pray a bit, then have a light dinner, and I want to edit week 2 of documenting everything until I hit 200K per month. And then I sleep and repeat again. So let's get into the day. The house is just like a furnace now. You can see the sun, and I'm super sweaty. Right, what's up? What's up? I'm in the kitchen, made myself an espresso shot, and it's 4:45 p.m. so far. I did a lot of work, started work at like 7 a.m. and finished at 2 p.m. That's 7 hours of work. I took like 5-minute breaks every 2 hours or so. But yeah, worked on two main things. First of all, or actually three, I did a lot of client work and also worked on the business YouTube video that I mentioned, and also crafted a lot of strategies that I want to pass on to a new content producer that I'm onboarding. I like to call him a content producer because his job isn't just to do edits, but it's to also come up with content ideas that we can upload short form mainly. So that's where we're going to start. And he's also going to help me manage my entire content pipeline across my personal YouTube, business YouTube, and also my Instagram page, the website, the ads. So his role is very crucial. He's probably going to be editing this video. So that's 7 hours of work. And then I had lunch at 2 p.m. And honestly, the lunch break was tall because I watched like 2 long YouTube videos, and then I took a power nap afterwards. And now I'm preparing to go to the gym, got some weightlifting. So gonna go there, come back, pray a little, have a light dinner. I don't think I'll be able to do more work today. Wow, the day passed on really, really quickly. But yeah, quite a productive one. Let's see what the future holds. Good morning, guys. It's 5:40 a.m. right now, and I wanted to show you something, okay? So, this is my physique right now. If I, strengthen the abs a bit, they appear, but you can see the chest, the shoulder. Like, I think my physique 1 week ago wasn't like that at all. It had less muscle, but I've been doing 4 sets of push-ups every single morning of like 15 reps. They're also scapular push-ups, as in when I do them, I push further to stretch the scapula that's here. It's an exercise that can help with my injured shoulder. So when I do it, I instantly get a pump, and my body is improving a lot. So after the push-ups, I also do like I hang on the bar and I do like ab crunches. I think that is its name. But yeah, I do abs while I'm hung, and they've been serving me really, really well. Like because I've been going to the gym and weightlifting for years now, okay? And I've never seen this speed of transformation ever compared to right now when I'm doing push-ups, and I'm also doing like hybrid sports. So I'm not only lifting weights, but like, as I mentioned, always swimming, soccer, running, doing all these things. But the most effective thing that I found so far is just doing these 4 sets of push-ups during the morning. Do it for 2 weeks and let me know if you see a difference. So as I mentioned yesterday, but I didn't show you, right now I uploaded a story on Instagram because I'm doing that consistently. So every day for 4 days now, uploading these types of stories where it's me like doing a workout with the 5 a.m. and whatever time it is, just to demonstrate consistency and to hold myself accountable as well. It's not the entire accountability system, but it's a good one to like wake up and be like, oh, damn, okay, I gotta keep up the streak. I have to upload another story today before it's like 6 a.m. or whatever. So I instantly wake up, have my quick morning routine and uh, start my workout. And while I'm working out, I film and I take multiple shots until one works. And yeah, I upload the story. So, what I'm gonna do right now, as you can see, I have Instagram here. I'm gonna select this, gonna delete the app, delete, uh, keep subscription, whatever, and now it's gone from my phone. So the temptation to open it and scroll while I'm having lunch or whenever I have my phone in hand disappears. Today's been great so far. It's 8 a.m. And, as I was journaling, as I always do before working to like clear my mind and be grateful for everything I have, I literally just stared at this desk setup in front of me, which is this. Okay. I stared there for like 10, 15 minutes and I'm like, how did this happen? Like, this is the exact setup that I've dreamt about when I was younger. And it's not just about the desk, it's about literally the life that I'm living right now. And I'm realizing how God has blessed me with everything. And it's not only about the materialistic stuff, it's about being able to help the people around me, whether it's family, whether it's friends, even the fact of starting this YouTube channel and always having this hunger to share whatever ideas and experiences I think can make the life of other people better. And when I read comments, when I get messages from people, it's really good. It's like I'm serving God's purpose. Now, I don't like it when I say that I am a chosen one or, God chose me like God is giving me the words to deliver and whatever. I don't like to put the label or tell you that what I'm saying is coming from God and not me. Although that might be true, like some of the things that I say are maybe false. They're just limiting beliefs or ideas that might not bear any fruits. But what I do know is that God has given me this energy, this knowledge, this hunger to become a master in my own craft and to also understand life on deeper and deeper levels every day, grow deeper on a spiritual level, on a business level, on a relationship level, on a health level, to have all these pillars aced. And then he's given me the platform, he's given me the education to be able to transfer my message in a way that others might like take it and implement it to also improve these areas of their lives, because I think that is my mission. I want to be selfish when it comes to studying and being locked in my own room, my own office, and trying to understand everything that I'm doing again on a deeper level so that when I discover these new things, I can be selfless and share them with the people around me. And I believe this to be part of my purpose in life, where as I get closer to the good life, I'm able to also get more people closer to that. So it's something that's kind of beyond me. And I want that to be the case. And that's how I see my life with everyone around me, everyone who's watching this. and later in the future, potentially my wife, my kids. And that's, I think, how a legacy of doing good in the world and sharing the formulas to a good life gets built. So, yeah, I've been journaling and watching a podcast related to this topic right now. And I don't know how long it will last, maybe an hour or two. And then I got a couple of things to work on as like the main tasks for the day. I got a call after lunch or before it, gonna visit the physio, go to the gym, come back, have dinner, chill a bit, sleep, repeat. So, from that standpoint, I think I'm being selfish, but that is only for a certain season of time. I think the trap of being selfish is when I make this season the majority of my lifestyle. When all I'm doing is just stuck trying to do a ton of work, grow my business, trying to figure out ways to make a ton of money, or like just setting materialistic stuff like a Lamborghini or a Rolex or whatever as my main goals, and these being my main focus all the time. I think that here is the real trap compared to framing it in a way where no, I'm in a season where I wanna lock in so I can get out the level of mastery that I cannot summon if I am surrounded by different impulses, whether they're good impulses or bad ones. So I think this season of solitude forces me to go deep into my thought processes, go deep into the relationship with God, with Christ, and discover things that I cannot discover if I'm just living the regular life of like, being occupied with different trips and social events and dinners and lunches with people and stuff like that. I'm not saying there is no right or wrong, there's just the timing of things and which season you're in. That's a message that I always repeat in all of the videos that I make, is that know your season. It's also cool looking back, in the first vlog, in the first week that I've done, that I was getting so distracted with all these social events. And these were the main trigger points to make me think like the business isn't doing that well. And I'm staying up so late because of these events that I'm waking up late. This is affecting the business. And I'm also feeling regret that during these social events, I'm not having my best time because I'm thinking about the business and the risk that it might implode and cause me to go through this tough financial situation, which might also distract me from the main things. So that's why I should lock in and focus and do my best. Don't care about the outcome. Let it all be on God. I can trust Him, and I get closer to God, to Christ, through praying and journaling and all that. And just focus on doing the best I can do and put in the work I should be putting in. And whether the business succeeds or fail, it doesn't matter. If it succeeds, then I've done the right thing of like locking in that season. If it fails, I've also done the right thing because I tried to do what's in my control. And then I take everything that I learned during that season as tools and weapons to come back stronger and restart from ground, not zero, but maybe ground one, and build a new business or whatever. But I don't like to entertain the idea of what the future might look like. I think it only breeds anxiety and the sense of not being in control of one's life. So, yeah, I like to focus on the present and leave the rest to the higher power. A lesson that I had to learn the hard way in business is that don't try and solve a problem that you haven't faced yet. So right now, as I'm onboarding the content manager, I'm building all the onboarding material and stuff like that. I realized that it's very important for them to learn about AI, right? It's a super useful skill. Now, within AI, I have lots of nuances in my head because it's something I've been working with for like 3 years now. And as you know, or you might not know, you can have kind of documents, okay? And these documents would lay out the exact SOPs, the standard operating procedures, or the tasks that someone has to perform in order to make sure that they complete a procedure in the best way possible. So, for example, if I tell you, let's edit this video. The way to edit this video is by, first of all, exporting the recording that I have right now on this iPad that I'm using and on this camera. Okay, so exporting and then organizing the videos inside of folders, okay? And then we would open up the editing app, whichever you're using, CapCut, Premiere Pro, whatever, and then plus upload. Here it's editing app, plus upload videos. Then for cut out the mistakes. Let's say step 5 is add music, whatever. It can go on and on and on. You can be as specific as you want, and you can also make it more free so that if you know that you're hiring someone who's good and who has a good skill set, you can already scratch off some of the basic SOPs that are just filler words. So with the age of AI, we can technically take these SOPs and feed them into documents the same way we would share them with a human who needs to follow these procedures. And these documents are called skills. So we can feed these skills into AI, and AI can go on and can implement these skills. Now, there are lots of limitations for AI that it cannot go on and perform these certain tasks. So that's where a human in the loop, as in a human stepping in and completing these tasks, is super important too. So what I thought about doing is, okay, we have 1, 2, 3 people in the community, company, let's say, working with me. Why not build a big storage of AI skills, right? Such that everyone can insert their own skills and the entire company can access this gallery of skills and they can all make use of them. Now, in theory, this sounds super attractive. It's like, whoa, imagine all of the people become 10 times more productive because they have access to all of these skills in the company and they can share them together and whatever. Okay, it's a simple idea. But what about the security? What if, I don't know, someday someone in the company decides that they want to ruin the lives of everyone because they hate a certain person or they hate the company itself and they have this hidden anger in them and they decide to inject a bad, let's say, prompt. It's called prompt injection. If the other people in the company catch this prompt injection, they might get their accounts hacked or their devices ruined or whatever it might be because it's something that's malicious and it shouldn't be there. So that's the first problem. It's security. Okay. And then the second one is, okay, how can I set up this? How can I set up the repository in a safe way and in an efficient way? That's another concern. So how to set up. And then there's the third problem, which is also maybe they're using different AI models, or maybe they don't have access to certain API keys, or blah, blah, blah. So there are all these hidden problems that we have ignored, but it all starts with this very cool idea and just thinking that AI can implement this idea and we don't have to face any roadblocks because AI is doing all the heavy lifting. But is it really? Because implementing these steps and making sure that they work, let's say this step alone takes 20 minutes, and then this step takes 60 minutes, and then this one takes 30 minutes. And let's say it doesn't take a lot of time, but it takes a lot of attention, a lot of headspace. Then we would be splitting our focus on a billion different things. All of that and all of this to be, and then in the end we realize that, oh, this system is all useless. It doesn't make sense, because simply if someone wants to share a skill with another person, then they would communicate with each other, like here, like, hey bro, do you have a skill for video editing where AI can do the video editing? Oh, yes, 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 I got it. And then he shares it. And all this person has to do is tell their AI agent to verify that there are no malicious things in that skill file and go ahead and use it. That's it, right? I don't know if you're like me, but I'm the type of person who likes to like systemize a ton of stuff, and especially with AI, it's so attractive. We want to like do these amazing things. But oftentimes, the ideas that we pursue and we try and implement are utterly garbage. They're useless. So, what's the point of automating something that shouldn't even be there? So, that's why it's really important in the age of AI to think that, you cannot just build anything, and you shouldn't build anything, because everything costs something. Either costs your time, your attention, your tokens, whichever it might be. So it's very important to know if an idea is actually useful or not, and to not try and solve problems that you haven't faced yet. So whatever stage you're at in the business, a framework that I just learned and have been practicing time and time again is step one: identify your bottleneck. What does that mean? If you're not getting enough clients right now, then your main bottleneck is marketing. So you need to put out more content, and figure out how to improve your offer, how to improve your messaging in that content, figure out acquisition channels that you can go after, whether it's running ads or doing Instagram or YouTube content, whatever it might be. And then once you solve that bottleneck, then you might face the bottleneck of sales, where you are getting a lot of booked calls, and if you sell a high ticket service and people are messaging you, they're interested, right? Your marketing worked. It attracted people. And then you realize, oh, I don't know how to message them and turn them into clients, or I don't know how to get on sales calls and actually handle their objections and close them, whatever. So then the next bottleneck that you need to attack and solve is sales. And once you solve that, you might face the bottleneck of service delivery. If you're an agency, this means maybe hiring more people to help you deliver the service, or using different software, whatever. If you're an e-commerce store, it's about figuring out the supply chain. Like, how can I get enough products because I'm getting a lot of requests for them? How can I hire a better delivery company to help me with everything? Where should I source them from? Whatever, right? So you solve that, and maybe you might return back to here, marketing, where, okay, you figured this out. Now it's time to scale the business. So you scale the marketing, blah, 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 blah. So that right here, I can put this as the one and only thing that you need to think about when it comes to like, okay, what should I work on right now in the business? So that's whenever you get an idea that you think is just this diamond of an idea that's, oh my God, so valuable, only for you to realize that, no, it's just a waste of time. It's something that looks sexy, that might look attractive, but will take away your attention and focus from the main bottlenecks that your business is currently facing. So AI is awesome, and I think everyone should use it. It's just important to, first of all, understand the fundamentals of AI so that you can know its limitations and the things that it's great at. And once you know that, then think, okay, how can I use AI to solve the bottlenecks that I'm currently facing in the business, and not just build random stuff because AI can do them, okay? All right, deal, okay, perfect. Sometimes I look back at the content that I uploaded and I cringe really hard. And I think that is so powerful, and we should do that more often, because this cringiness that comes is a data point that tells us what we did wrong. And because it has emotional weight attached to it, then we know that the next time we are about to repeat the same mistake, we remember the pain that it caused us in the form of cringiness. So I think most of us try and avoid this cringiness by being like, I'm doing something, whether it's, I don't know, writing an essay or doing a piece of content. We think that it's not yet perfect. I'll wait maybe another day, I'll get another idea and make it more perfect and whatever. A few days pass by and we get distracted with a billion different things and we forget to upload this thing. Well, we missed out on very important data points that could have altered the trajectory of our mastery towards this thing. So think about it. So that's the mindset that I've adapted right now, is to seek failure, right? It's so cliche. You hear it maybe a billion times of like successful people you listen to on podcasts or on short form clips like this one. And you're like, yeah, what do they mean by that? Like, okay, yeah, fail more, blah, 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 right? But that is what it means. I just explained the science behind why failing gets you more forward compared to just trying to be perfect and delaying the data gathering process. That is the main thing that will give you the growth that you're seeking, that will give you, I don't know, the brand, success, whatever you want to get. So, quick update about the day. I finished work and I finished lunch. Just had a call with a guy who's like really, really good at sales and marketing. He gave me some good directions on what I can do to improve my funnel. So, that is one of the main bottlenecks I have in the business right now. And what I'll do now is go to my physiotherapist to help me with my shoulder and then continue working from a coffee shop. And after that, I have a football game. It's gonna start at like 8 p.m. It's gonna end at like 9:30. I'm gonna return back home late to like take a shower and prepare for the next day, be in bed and stuff like that. So I might sleep like 1 hour, 1.5 hours later and sacrifice a bit of sleep because this game is so worth it. The energy is gonna be crazy. So I was cut off, someone knocked on the door, but as I was saying, the football game is so high energy. There's gonna be like crowd because it's the Bible study group. So I started this group by asking like lots of guys there, because some of them showed interest in football and stuff like that. So I told them, "Yo, wanna fix a game one day?" And I got a couple of yeses, one on one from a couple of people. We started this group with like 10 people, and now it's, I don't know, at 20. So it's kind of growing, and we're gonna have a game. It's super competitive. They're good players as well, today's opponents, but we're also good players. Our team, my team is a great team. So if you're watching this, yeah, let's win. Maybe I'll roll some clips so you guys can watch how we play. It's gonna be fun. Guys, I am so fried. It's 10:30 p.m. I gotta take a shower and I should conquer my bed. And I mean, just dive like this and sleep. Sleep so deep that I dream about things that I should be a poet. Oh my god. But I am. I'll wake up at 5 a.m. tomorrow for you. For you. I probably shouldn't be awake past my bedtime. Good morning, everyone. It's 6:40 a.m. right now. I woke up on time at 5 and I attended a call, which is a group call that is done every Wednesday at like 5 a.m. with a bunch of coaches and like online business owners where they talk about ads and marketing overall and sales as well. So it was good. And right now, in about 20 minutes, I have a call with my media buying mentor to see what are the best things to do to improve the results of the paid ads that I'm running for the business. I think I'll also have a overall change in the funnel that I'm running because it's not giving a reliable output and it's kind of old school. So there is no mechanism that's building trust with the leads that are opting into the funnel. So yeah, probably gonna change it. That's why on the last video I advised you that don't take advice, ad advice from me, because I'm not an expert in that, but I'm learning at a very rapid pace. I'm iterating as fast as I can. So yeah, we'll see what happens. And then in regards to today's schedule, after this coaching call, I'm thinking of getting more sleep because yesterday during the night I woke up a couple of times. I also felt sick for some reason. The power went out, the AC turned off. So it was such a mess that I didn't get the deep sleep that I needed. So I want to do or sleep at least for like 30 minutes if I can. So I can like wake up a little more and gather energy because like I was doing push-ups and I barely was able to do the energy wasn't there. So after that, I think the main focus will be working on the funnel and might also onboard the new product producer and manager that I onboarded so he can help me with putting out more organic content and editing this video or any YouTube video that's for the business page. So overall, I'm making steps forward. Of course, the business isn't perfect and there are lots of things to work on, but the journey is the reward. The fact of like continuously learning and failing and going, like that keeps you excited. So yeah, the main bottleneck right now is marketing. And once I crack that, I'm gonna be very happy. No, I'm joking. I am already happy because I'm enjoying the journey. And of course, any rewards that come, whether it's the success in business, the money, whatever thing I get, is a byproduct of me just enjoying the journey. And I never tell yourself that I'll be happy when I get this or that. No, be happy today. Because there will always be goals that you set out to achieve that you haven't achieved yet. So what's the point of like being unhappy until you reach these goals? Doesn't make sense. But yeah, be grateful, keep going, and I'll see you soon. What happened is I had the call with my media buying mentor. It was super helpful. Realized that I need to keep on testing new ad concepts until there's one that's proven to work because they're not performing well right now. So it was super valuable. I finished at like 8:15 and planned on taking like a 45-minute power nap. And it turned out to be a 3-hour power nap. So I guess lesson learned. Don't play soccer and finish playing soccer 1 hour before bedtime. It's cool though. Yesterday there were multiple factors that also affected my sleep quality, so that's why right now I closed that sleep debt. And it happens. Unperfect days happen. I planned on like working on the ads today, but because this happened, I'm gonna adapt. I'm gonna do the busyness work, the admin work that I've been pushing off and don't require lots of cognitive power and energy. And in that way, I think it's a good adaptation process. I got the call with my content producer to see what time zones work for him and stuff like that. And yeah, after that, gonna have lunch and go swim, go to church, sleep early today, recover well, and crush it tomorrow with building new ad concepts, I guess. So I'll keep you posted. I just finished half of the tasks that I had scheduled. I got a couple more. I'm finishing them in a pace that's way faster than what I planned. And I want to tell you that whenever you face these days where perhaps you wake up late, you have low energy, you slip in the beginning of the day, don't slide. Don't slide downwards. It's okay to slip. It's okay to make mistakes. We're not perfect. There are always, these cases will always happen. But the difference between the people who win and the people who don't is the tolerance for the sliding. So, for example, you wake up late. You'd be like, ah, I woke up late. Yeah, I know I got some tasks to do, but you know what? Because I woke up late, the day is off. So I'm gonna take it as a day off. So you hold your phone, you start scrolling, and the next thing you know, you're opening the fridge and eating all these different sweets. Well, 1 or 2 hours of the day have passed by, and you already destroyed the energy that you have. You already destroyed the mental clarity that you need to achieve your goals, to complete the tasks that you have that will get you closer to your goals. So of course that was the case with me as I first began, and like any skill, I evolved with it, I developed it, and this is how I think my willpower became better and better. And this is one of those days, by the way, where I woke up on time, sure, but I was so tired that I couldn't do more than 4 push-ups. Usually I do 20 push-ups per set. I knew my energy was down, so down. So I had 1 hour gap between the group call that I had in the morning and call with my media buying mentor. So I wasted some time during that, opening some social apps and whatever on my laptop. But then I did some client work, got on the call. After the call, took a power nap for 3 hours. So yeah, it sucked. But that was my body telling me that I have sleep that I need to close and complete. So I had to sleep that amount of hours, and sure, that was a big hit to the productivity of the day. I had to cancel lots of tasks that I planned out to achieve. And then after I woke up from the power nap, also my energy wasn't the best. So I went to take a shower and whatever. And after that, I journaled about the areas where I slipped in. And I told myself, yo, let's get back on track. Let's stop sliding downwards and perform the tasks that I want to, even though I don't feel like it. So that's what I did technically. I wanted to stay there. You can see maybe the iPad behind me. I don't know. And watch some YouTube, scroll like my primal self wanted to just get these dopamine hits. But like because I have a goal that I want to achieve, and I've trained my willpower to the point where I can spot whenever I have feelings, I told myself, no, I will focus on the next step, which is getting, up and coming here to my desk to complete the tasks that I started doing the easiest task I can just to get my foot into the productivity zone that I need to get into. Right now I have also some music playing in the background. And after I completed this task, I got motivated and I did the other task and the other one and the other one. And now I have a couple of others that seemed hard when I had the feeling of, I want to take the day off or whatever. But now they feel, I have a running nose. They feel so easy. They feel so easy. I can finish them in less time than I planned. So be aware of that. That's why I always preach journaling. I literally journaled all of the things that caused me to slip, and I caught that early to know that, okay, it's time to end that mini cycle of slipping and sliding and get back to the regular routine where I should get the tasks done so I can finish them today, the admin work, and I will have tomorrow entirely free so I can focus on the high leverage activity, which is building new ad concepts and recording them and seeing how much work I can push in. But yeah, ladies and gents, I think that is a super important skill to grow. And I think that is a big, big one that differentiates between the people who actually win and get things done and the people who don't. Because we're all human, we're all gonna get those feelings, but it's just a matter of being aware of them and going in the opposite direction of our feelings. And the next thing we know, after 10, 15, 30 minutes, those feelings disappear and we get into the zone, we get things done, and we move forward. I'm so happy with everything I'm doing now with those daily recordings that get summed up into a weekly vlog, because I used to upload videos on YouTube where I would preach these systems and methods, but maybe I wouldn't attach enough credibility to them. Like people would say, why should I listen from this guy? You know, yeah, he's giving me the method, but why should I put weight to it? But now, as I'm documenting everything that's going on, and I'm literally showing you the principles that I'm applying in my life, I think that grows trust, especially that I'm at a good stage compared to maybe most of the people out there, where I'm making 10K per month, around that range. And that's a dream for many, and was once a dream for me. And now the goal is to push it to 200K per month. That's 20x growth. And yeah, I think that's a good way to like show you, the viewer, that yo, whatever I preached before on my channel isn't just me yapping about great concepts that I just came out with, and I wrote through ChatGPT just to make those videos and get views and become famous and whatever the case might be. I'm implementing these principles on a daily basis and I'm showing you how I'm implementing them. And that is selfishly something that holds me accountable because I know that people are viewing me. It's really cool that the first vlog has had 700 views so far. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like it's definitely an outlier video that has outperformed the rest of the videos so far. And I'm very glad that people like this concept, so I'm gonna do it more often. And yeah, right now I got real viewers, people who might detect my hypocrisy, people who look at what I do and take that as the proof for why they should listen to what I say. It's similar to parenting in a way where kids don't do what parents tell them, they do what their parents do. So they emulate them by osmosis. And I think I'm carrying on this philosophy with my channel where don't take my word for it. Just watch me implement whatever I preach and see for yourself. Am I legit or am I just a yapper out there who wants to make a name for himself? And right now, that's what I'm inputting. Whenever the output shall come, it'll come. It's up to God. And all I know is every day I wake up and I think, how can this be the best day? How can I move forward in the best way possible and make sure that I am becoming better in the game I'm playing in, which is the business game. And I'm also having and living a great life of fulfillment and enjoyment and purpose. So managed to make a good comeback today after the energy slump that I had. I swam, went to church, and now I'm preparing to go to bed so I can wake up tomorrow on time and not have a 3 hour power nap. Guys, sleep is so important, and to know if you got good enough sleep or not, try and do push ups in the morning. At least in my experience, I realized that I didn't get enough sleep because when I was doing push ups, I tried doing them, but I could barely do four, which is not good. So don't underestimate its power. Don't be one of these people who's like, yeah, I'm asleep 3 or 4 hours and I can operate like a king and whatever. The time that you think you're saving is silently going to waste by you just being busy throughout the day and letting the time pass instead of having quality productive time while building your craft and mastering the thing you're mastering. So yeah, tomorrow let's keep cooking. Let's keep the 5 a.m. vibes, the monastic focus vibes going on. See you tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. So today is July 23. It's a Thursday and it's a good day. It will be an awesome day because the main focus will be on ads, on building a new ad concept, on optimizing the funnel, building a new VSL. Gonna have lunch, go swim. I have a booked call for today. I'm not sure if this guy's qualified, so we'll see. And then have dinner, read, sleep, and that's pretty much it. And all is planned out. I consider this to be a super successful day if it goes according to plan. And with that being said, I wanted to also do some unboxing with you. It's my first time unboxing on camera. But I got incense sticks, which I want to experiment with. Oh, cool. So this is the holder. These are different incense sticks. Interesting. Okay. So I heard that, they're good for getting in the zone and can have like a really cool environment. Maybe I won't light them up always like as a routine, but whenever I feel like I want to light one up, I would do so, and it would get me to, it would make the experience of reading, working, or whatever I'm doing like more real and present. So we got like different smells here. We got cinnamon, rose with vanilla, pura patchouli, oud. Oh, that's a strong one, I guess. And sandalwood. All right. I want to start with the light one, which is vanilla. So let's try this out. So this is the holder, and I'm gonna put it here. All right, so this is what it looks like. I'll go get a lighter. Here we go. So whenever I feel like I don't want to get work done and I have a super boring task ahead of me, I would do the following. First of all, I would go on YouTube and set something like this. That here is like a 1 hour playlist, and it contains like music that is so calm and gets you in the zone. And of course, the just aesthetics of having really nice cars is kind of motivating and inspirational. So I'm not like a big car geek or whatever, but just having that really nice aesthetic of a villa with like very cool cars is so cool. And right now, I'm just gonna sit here for like maybe 5 minutes, do nothing, just stare at nature in front of me to get my mind kind of still, and also think about how I'm gonna go to my desk and get the work done and do the best I can and get into flow to to utilize my full creativity and make sure that I'm advancing in that skill. Because right now I got copywriting, as in crafting ads and gathering ideas from a ton of different places and taking all the feedback that I've gotten from my mentors and putting them into the new ad concept that I'm crafting to make sure that I really do my best work. So yeah, we'll keep you posted on what happens. I don't know if you can relate, but look at that. I was enjoying my latte and then my elbow did some friendly fire. So it's 1:48 p.m. right now. I am done with my deep work session. It was quite productive working on the ad concept that I have. I built the long form copy for it as well. So long form is like all of the pain points, desires, proof, and everything that you need to show the leads that are opting in why they should buy from you, why should they book a call or download a PDF or whatever your destination might be. So I built the long form copy and then I built the VSL after it. So this is in the presentation form, it's a total of like 38 pages. So these are like some examples. Of course, it will be refined, and I want to try and delete as many pages as I can to make it as concise as possible and only say what I need to say, because most of the leads that will go through the landing page won't have the attention span to like go through the entire video unless it's concise and there are many points that relate to them, that they go through, you know? So I want to finish the VSL, and after it I would craft the short form content that would redirect to the VSL. And the way I kind of validated this concept, kinda, partially, is by watching one of my client testimonials myself and extracting all of the pain points that I believe they have to and crafting this concept based on this persona. So 2 months ago, I didn't even know about all these like marketing concepts and whatever. Maybe I did know about them, but on a very superficial level. And as I write more copy, do more content that is related to direct marketing, direct response marketing, like building VSLs, like building ad reels in different formats for different awareness levels and market sophistications and personas. It's very interesting. And the more I'm practicing it, the easier it's becoming for me to write effective copy that isn't just filled with filler words, you know? So, yeah. And I'm happy because I'm following the yearly plan that I set out for myself, which is to, in Q1 and Q2, so for this first 6 months of the year, I would build the scalable version of the service that I'm offering. And for the other half of the year, I'd focus on paid ads. So I'd learn that and also fully focus on like marketing and client acquisition. And I'm glad that happened. So I built the scalable version of the service that's also better than the older version when it comes to the results it generates. And now I am on track to learn about ads and stuff like that. I might have over anticipated the output or the results that the paid ads might generate me, but it's cool. The input is matched, as in, I planned on learning the stuff, and whenever the output wants to show up, I'm ready. I'm ready to start booking calls and closing leads and scaling the business. So waiting for that click to happen. Gotta be patient, gotta keep on iterating until we find the winning formula and we double down on this formula. That is the game. If you're wondering what my diet looks like, here it is. So I like to keep it simple. Got the boneless chicken thighs and then shawarma in Arabic and some mashed potatoes. In terms of weight or quantity, I normally eat around 500 grams a day of any type of meat, whether it's chicken, it's pork, or it's The goal is to get at least 120 to 140 grams of protein per day. When it comes to carbs, I've reduced that a lot. So, for example, here is like 150 grams of mashed potato. The goal from this diet is to first of all have it be super simple and not too much so that I don't just die out in the middle of the day because I ate too much. And of course, it's clean, it's healthy, and gives me the energy that I need and the amount of protein that I need, all while ensuring that I'm also not consuming lots of calories because my goal is to drop down body fat. Right now, it's around 18.5%. I want to get it down to like 15%, have a more of a lean body rather than like a bulky body because I like athleticism and because I like to have a hybrid physique. So a physique that allows me to lift heavy weights, but at the same time run, swim, and do the athletic stuff that requires explosiveness and mobility and endurance as well. Good morning, everyone. So, I just finished my workout, morning routine, everything, and now it's time to get to work. The plan for today is simple. I got some client work, of course, to always make sure that they're getting good results. And I want to launch the new ads today, as well as the new funnels that come with the ads. After that, I'll have my lunch break, go to the gym, get back, have dinner, have a group call in the sales community that I'm in so I can practice my sales skills so that when the time comes where I'm booking a lot of calls and hopping on a lot of them, I am equipped with the knowledge and the sales skills that I need to close clients. So yeah, we're getting close to having that foundation that'll allow me to reach 200K per month. It's just things are developing slowly and steadily, and soon enough it shall manifest. Cheers. So far, it has taken me 8 hours to just create this 7-minute video. That right here is the video sales letter that I'm gonna have on my main funnel. Now, I've done a lot of iterations. It was way longer, so I had to delete a lot of things. I had to make sure what I'm making makes sense, remove all the repetitions, and do all the literally boring stuff that are needed to craft a good sales asset. So, yeah, we're training that skill, practicing it. It is boring indeed. A lot of times it is fun. A lot of times as well. But I'm grateful for this opportunity to be able to strengthen my marketing, my sales skills, to be able to sell more, right? Because with business, you can have the best product, but if you don't know how to actually sell it and convince the person on the other side of the screen or in front of you of why they need it and kind of clearly demonstrate the like why they need it. I already said that, but so you show them their current pains or difficulties that they're going through, and then the solutions of how this thing actually helps them solve their problem. And in the digital world, it's a bit harder because you don't have their full attention. They're already occupied by a billion different things. So you want to try and deliver as much information as possible in the shortest time possible to make sure that you capture their attention and that they convert, whether they message you, they become a follower, or they watch more of your content. So that's the name of the game. I don't have a unique upcoming. I think the story that I'm trying to build of myself is one where I'm just a regular guy who finished high school, graduated there, and then after I got separated from the environment that I was in, I found that there's more to life than I had expected, and I started discovering who I truly am, what I truly like doing, and I started also discovering ways to make money through the internet because I wanted that money, and I saw others who were having it. So that's when I started dabbling into different side hustles and reading books, and then met with people and things started to like roll until I'm here now, where I had dropped out of university, gained some good business success, living on my own, having anything that I technically need. So, yeah, I just want to deliver the message that any regular person out there, you don't have to be a 15-year-old high school dropout or a 13-year-old who's making 100K per month, or I don't know, like any crazy story. You can just be a person who just realize that they have a lot of work to do and to find their purpose and to work on it and to gain the freedom that they want while they're doing it and a life that's full of fulfillment because you chose to do what you love to do and you're choosing the path of your life rather than have other people dictate what you should do and how you should think. So now that I have the basic necessities and the things that I once desired, I thought about what my next desires are. And to be fair, the biggest desire I have right now is to become a better player in the game I'm playing, which is entrepreneurship, and to really build a great business and to do something that not many people have done, which is to scale a business to a very high level such that we have a good efficient team, a great product, proven to work marketing processes. And I think once I get to that stage, I'd have accomplished my goal and then I'd have to search for another one. But at least that's my main focus. That's my main goal right now. And of course, I want to reach that with the lifestyle that I choose to live. And I realized that the 5 a.m. routine and just sleeping at the same time every day is so awesome. And I want to do it more and more and more. I don't know when I'll burn out. So far, it's been a week and I'm happier than ever, or at least in peace. I'm super focused on my business. I'm also praying a lot, which is helping. So, yeah, that's the name of the game. And anyone can play it. And hopefully, what I've uploaded so far on this channel can serve as proof and also knowledge on how I went from being this kid who didn't know what he was doing and who gained his initial successes to the kid who now literally achieved his vision, where I'm at right now, and the things I have and the people I have and the lifestyle I have. I lost my train of thought again. Anyway, all these ideas are coming to my mind right now as I'm working. I should be analyzing data, but my mind is taking the creative route and it's hard to silence it. So I guess I have to do some creative stuff right now. I still have 1 hour and a half of work. I was recording this to let these thoughts out of my mind because they're in the background. But yeah, because throughout the day I've been doing nothing but the analytical stuff and the boring, repetitive things. So let's see what'll come out right now. As you can see, I'm sat on my couch right now, and I want to talk about a very sensitive and deep topic that I think will relate a lot to men. I'm not sure if it will relate to women, or maybe women experience it but in different forms. But I can tell you guys, one of the biggest struggles that our generations are going through is temptation, is having an abundance of content that shouldn't be out there in the open. And it's something that I don't like talking about much, but I think can relate with many of you. Because the last thing that I want to do is just yap and talk about and use these fancy words, but not deliver any tangible value. And one of my main purposes from this channel is to share with you how I've been able to destroy the things that slowed me down towards becoming a better man, a responsible man, someone who can provide, who's responsible, who's disciplined, and who actually is able to achieve his goals. But I think before talking about goals, and goals is a big word, and I think most of you out there, whether it's you watching or your friends or whoever it might be, might not have clear goals. And when you don't have clear goals or something so deep to work towards, then battling temptation will be so hard. Because here's the pattern I've experienced myself, and I've experienced multiple times, hence why I can call it a pattern. Whenever I have idle time in my hands, the temptation visits me. It tells me, yo, you have free time. Why don't you use it to have more fun, gain a little bit more pleasure, do some stuff that you won't have the time to do when you're busy or when you're grinding. That is the whisper of temptation. And these thoughts and these images start coming into my head, and I would try and battle them. But I don't want to talk about how to battle them because I've used plenty of methods before and I've been free of falling into that temptation for quite a while now. But I'm not perfect. What I do want to talk about is how to prevent it as much as possible. Because, as I mentioned, I realized that this temptation comes when we have free time on our hands. And we have free time on our hands when we don't have a deep goal that we're working towards. To me, this goal is reaching 200K per month with my business. It's for multiple reasons. If you've been watching my videos, you can kind of understand why. And this goal helps me know what to do and how to plan my day ahead so that I make sure I don't have any idle times where I would just lay down on my couch with nothing to do, and increasing the chances that the devil can come and whisper into my ears about the temptations that sound so euphoric but are just a trap towards regret, shame, and guilt. Because you know how it feels every time you fall into temptation. So you want to have a deep, deep, deep goal. Whether that is, I don't know, dropping out of university so that you can work full time on your business. I'm going to mention the ones that I at least had and operated on. It's dropping out, making enough money to get what I actually want in this life. It's moving out of my parents' house because I wanted my own environment, which I, thank God, acquired right now. And I have more mental peace and mental real estate as well because I am just on my own. I have no thoughts coming from anywhere. I choose what impulses and what to listen to actually, rather than um, have people around me, although I love, just talk things that I don't want to listen to and that might influence my way of thinking and my focus. So these are goals to aspire to. And once you know what your goal truly is, then you'll know how to plan, like what to do to get there. And if you don't know what to do, then you know that you have to know what to do. So if you don't know the tactical steps to reach that, first of all, like build a strategy. If you want to drop out of university, you'll know that okay, maybe you need prove to your parents that you don't need it, because I think that is one of the biggest obstacles, at least that I faced. And then, okay, how do you get this proof? By getting a online job, by starting your own business. Okay, when you start your own business, what would that require? It would require you to build a personal brand about the business and build the actual product using AI. So once you know the big goal, you easily know how to like apply or work towards that goal. And this process of working towards it and learning how to get there is what will fill up your time, is what will give you fulfillment, and is what will build you up. It is what will make you a person who is high energy. You'll grow habits that you wouldn't have grown otherwise. You would become someone attractive to the opposite gender, and you would gain so much confidence because all you're doing is you're winning on a daily basis. And so temptation will come less and less, and maybe it comes very hard during times. I have lots of stories about that. But as you work towards a bigger purpose, these things go away. Not go away, but these things reduce. So set a goal for yourself right now. It's to start a business, it's to scale a business. At least that's what I can talk about because that's what I'm most familiar with, and that has helped me a ton build myself and the foundations for my future family. Do it, don't procrastinate. Because the more you procrastinate and the less you do things that are useful, the more you're gonna be wasting your time and destroying your life with your own hands. So, with all that as well, you might need, or you actually do need God's help. And so, this year has helped me a lot, and I'm still deepening my faith in Jesus. I'm really not that experienced with talking about him or using passages from the Bible, but they're all in my subconscious, and I try to translate them into modern day language to make them more clear for the Gen Z viewer, whoever is watching this, to understand what I'm talking about. Keep it up, and if you need any help, I'm always here to support. You can message me on Instagram. Good morning, guys. So it's 6 a.m. and I just finished my workout, and I'm about to take a cold shower so I can come back, sit on my desk, and get some work done. If you realize I got the accent, rate it 1 out of 10 in the comments. See ya. Good morning. Yesterday was Friday. It was a good day. I met up with my friends after going to the gym. We had some really good conversation for like 2 hours. So it was a decent time. Then I came back home and slept early. And today's Saturday. We're continuing with routine. Life is normal as it should be. And the plan is to hopefully launch ads today. I planned on launching ads within 1 day, but it didn't work out because the video sales letter took a lot of time and like building. And I thought it would take maybe 2-3 hours, but yeah, because I refined it a lot and I knew what mistakes were there and I kept on fixing all these mistakes, I think that's what took like 8 hours in total to finish. So 8 hours is like 2 deep work hours, by the way. So anyway, today I'll craft the creatives and try and launch it ASAP, launch the new campaign. And the plan is most probably gonna be have another coffee time with my hustler friends. I might show you some clips if I remember recording them. And we're gonna go play soccer. And then they might go have dinner together, but I won't be able to join them because it's gonna already be too late. We finished playing soccer at like 8 p.m. I gotta come back, take a shower, and prepare for sleep. It's been ages since I made like the instant coffee in this house. Right, let's head to work. I am very tired right now. It's 7:50 a.m. and I'm trying to like focus on building my ad creatives, but I don't have the energy. So instead of just distracting myself with, I don't know, things that give instant pleasure like scrolling or watching YouTube or opening the fridge to see what type of food will make me feel better. These were habits that I had 5 years ago. But no, what I'll do is I'll take a 30-minute power nap and I'll get back up, have my coffee, and get back to work because that I think is the best way to regain some sort of energy, especially when it's not there, you know? So you probably can feel it, you can sense it right now in me. So yeah, I will sacrifice 30 minutes for another 4 to 5 hours of deep work because I have to finish the ads today. If I hadn't had this goal, by the way, like I wouldn't be pushing that hard. But I gotta use everything that I know in my arsenal to make sure that I'm always moving forward at the fastest pace I can and getting like getting things done, so I can move on to the other things, to the next challenge. All right, we are back. Put some music on. It's really time to get some work done, guys. The power nap took a while, like 45 minutes, but it's definitely worth it. Now I got my energy back. Gonna prepare another cup of coffee, and I'm really craving just sitting on this desk right now and getting some work done compared to literally 45 minutes ago where I had zero energy or near zero energy to like sit down and actually focus. Whenever you have difficult time getting into flow and doing a task, it's oftentimes because you overthink about the difficult work that you're gonna be doing, or the amount of tasks that you have. Now, I'm not perfect, but a good method that I found is to just start with one of these tasks. Start with the easiest one, and that will help you get into flow. And then you realize that, oh, okay, I was indeed overthinking it. I won't be doing all these tasks at the same time. I'd be doing only one. And if you focus on one at a time, then it's 10 times easier to actually finish it and move on to the next and the next and the next. And so that's how you gain momentum. But you just got to start with that one and continue, So, for example, right now I'm writing the copy for the ad creatives, and I was finding a difficult time. I was trying to tell AI to do the task for me, but then I realized that like I prompted it and it gave me a really bad output that wouldn't make sense to like upload. It doesn't sound like me. So I was like, forget it. I'll start by doing it. So I'm right now copying or stealing from a reel that's out there, and the simplest task was that I put on that reel in front of me. I turned on my microphone and I watched this reel, and I simply talked to the microphone and change the words from this reel to match what I do, my offer, and stuff like that. And that's how I built the first actual video that is gonna be my first ad. Just like, literally stealing, talking to the mic, and having speech to text, AI conversion do the job for me. And it should work better than an AI generated script and whatever. So now I just finished the second video. I still got four left. So, gotta keep going. All right, ladies and gents. So today was a good one. Crafted the ad creatives that I need to record tomorrow because I just got a haircut. So we're good to go. And reviewed my personal YouTube video, the vlog that I'm gonna be uploading tomorrow of week 2. Still making some changes with the editor as well. And then, yeah, I had the haircut, and now I'm spending some time with the boys before we head for soccer or football. Again, whatever you want to call it. Yo, bro, yo.
Ready? I ran out of credits.
No, bro's token maxing.
That's poor people problems.
What? Bro, if you ain't token maxing, what are you doing, guys? You gotta be slave to AI. No, I'm joking. Use AI, enjoy it, enjoy life as well. So yeah. Today was an awesome one. I am the MVP of the soccer game. Let's go. I got like 6 goals or something. I forgot. It's a high number. Anyway, my friend has a barbecue dinner going on, and everyone's there. but I had to cancel. Why? Because I have to sleep early. Why? Because I have to wake up early. Why? Because I'm in that lock-in season. Why? Because I want to make my business work and scale. And why? To bring a ton of abundance and to reach a level that I've never reached before in the game that I'm playing. Why? Because I love it and I want to keep growing and I want to reach new heights. Why? Plenty of reasons why. I don't even know why I got into this why cycle, whatever. So yeah, it's a Saturday night. I'm headed to bed now, early, to wake up tomorrow at 5 a.m. on a Sunday, do a lot of work. I'm probably gonna see the family, have lunch with them, and keep going. Good morning, ladies and gents. Right now, or today, it's actually Sunday, and this is what the view looks like. Awesome vibes, awesome energy. The plan is to do some client work and then record, edit, and launch the new ads that I have, and have some lunch with the family, and upload the second week vlog, which I hope you've probably watched by now, because this is the or one of the final clips for the third week. So it's kind of exciting documenting everything, and I'll keep it like that, and share my journey alongside you to reach that 200K per month, which is a big goal of mine that I want to try my best to achieve this year. I highly recommend that you plan out the day the night before. Because, for example, today I woke up super tired, lower energy than usual because I slept a bit late. And I also came from a soccer match. I had a late dinner. So all these factors contributed to not having the ideal sleep quantity and quality as well. But because I had planned my day in advance, I knew that I have a lot of tasks that I want to get done and I need to today so that I can make sure that we move forward faster the coming week. So I was on the edge of like going back to sleep and sending that $50 to the charity, which I promised I'd do, guys, in the first one. And I have no problem sending money to a charity. I will send it either way. But like for this case, I don't want to lose just sleeping in on the 5 a.m. and waking up at 7 or 8 or it's just not only about the hours that were wasted, but also about the confidence that kind of it's about the it's about the hit on confidence that this brings. So yeah, I highly recommend you do that. And as you can see, my calendar right here is already booked out for the day. Oftentimes we feel like we're doing all this work, but nothing is coming out of it. And that is literally me right now. But I've gone through that feeling enough times to know that it's far from the truth. Like, we are gonna get somewhere. We are growing, but the results aren't manifesting directly. Because when they do manifest, they manifest in abundance. I mean, a few years ago, I had the same exact feeling. I think I also recorded a YouTube video about it, where, I wasn't making any money with my business, or if I was barely making any. And I was worried, like, what will happen? Am I really gonna make it? Is what I'm doing actually gonna get me there? But eventually I got there. I reached my goal. I hit my goal for the year. And now I do have a big goal, and it keeps me inspired and motivated to go on and do the boring stuff. Like today, what I have is just right now I'm gonna go and record ads. So by me talking to the camera right now, I consider this to be a helpful or healthy procrastination because I'm also warming up so I can talk more fluently on the camera. But I'm also I wanted to share this with you because just as a reminder that if you're going through that phase as well and you're not getting anything, just know that whether someone is mega successful or they're not successful at all, we as humans, we all go through this. And I believe it's part of nature, where there are these ups and little downs and ups. But as long as we're always going and we're improving and we're analyzing our life on a daily basis to detect the things that we're making, or the mistakes that we're making, and fixing them instantly. Like, as long as you're doing that and you're trying to do the right things as much as possible and you're failing forward, eventually the results will manifest. Now, when will they manifest? I think it's up to God to decide that. Or but yeah, I think that is a really, really, really good time to practice patience, and keep going. Be present. Enjoy the moment. Even though the task that's at hand looks boring, like, try and enjoy it. Try and look at this as a game where you have a boss right now that you're trying to defeat. This boss is giving you a hard time, but you gotta defeat him to level up. And when you level up, you get a lot of rewards as well. But don't forget to enjoy the process while you're doing it, because that also in it of itself is the reward. The fact that, to me, for example, I'm in my own apartment right now. I have the time freedom, the location freedom, the financial freedom to do pretty much anything that I want. And I was doing that for pretty much most of this year. And I couldn't have done that if I hadn't worked hard and gone through this anxious phase to get all this stuff. But yeah, as that's what I'm realizing as I move forward and face these things repetitively, they become easier. And then I start facing other challenges that I'm a noob to, or a newbie in. And these are the next level bosses. But yeah, some things in life, like problems, cannot just be solved once and they just disappear, right? Like, there are these types of problems, and there are not problems, but issues that you face, and you're gonna keep on facing for the rest of your life. And this includes phases like these. It includes temptation. It includes problems with the business, the family. Like, all of these are prone to happen time and time again. It's just that as you level up, also your character will be able to get hit and face these problems and solve them in a more efficient and faster way compared to your older self. And so that's why people grow and they become wiser, they become more patient, and they build up these characteristics that make them these interesting people. And this gets me to the point where if you start this journey early and you consider that your youth is the best time for you to actually make use of the energy that you have to build really great things, that is one of the best things you can do. Is just forget that, oh yeah, yeah, I'm young, I'm never gonna be young again, so I'm gonna go party all the time and enjoy my time. And like, when I grow up and I have a family, like, maybe I cannot watch enough series or play enough video games or do this and enjoy life, YOLO, whatever. But I think that is the biggest lie, because in fact, here's the thing: if you keep these habits going, and if, like, you're basically setting up yourself for failure later on, because you're gonna reach your adulthood, and when you're faced with a ton of responsibility, when you have a family, or when you grow up and you get out of your parents' house, and you don't have the skills and the mindset to help you manage that responsibility and make enough money to sustain everything, and have the discipline and whatever to face the challenges that you come through, you will stumble, and your life can get worse and worse and worse, and you'll be in that negative downward spiral. Whereas if you make use of your youth and the opportunity that we have today, then within, let's say, 5 years or a 10-year frame, right? You start when you're in high school, okay? And let's say you're 16 years old. If you start during that time, or let's say you're 20 years old, and 10 years later, you're, let's say, 30 years old, and you have wealth, as in money working for you and increasing. You have great health because you actually worked out and took care of your health and your diet. And you also have great relationships with people because you nurtured them, you grew with them, you helped them, you supported them. Like if you have these three pillars, and finally the relationship with God, because the closer you get to Him, the more you realize that you can control very few things in this life, and that He's the director, and the lifestyle and the principles that He's shared through His Son, Jesus, in the Bible are the things that will shape you to become a better and more kind and respectful person who thrives in society and who who has people who like him. When you level up in these areas and become fully independent and have really good responsibility because you're managing your own business or career, and you've built yourself up to become that great person, by that time, when you're 30, you can pretty much decide to spend your time however you want. Even not 30, you can, if you gain success and start, if you gain success early on and you build the business and the systems that will bring you wealth and everything that you need, then you can get to enjoy and buy whatever toys you want. You can buy a PS10 if it's released by that time, or the best and most powerful PC that you can find on the internet, or the best cars, the best trips. So these are toys that you can afford, knowing that if you pay for them, you can actually afford them and you won't go broke. Whereas right now, if you're probably watching this, you're someone who wants to build something great, or let's say achieve financial freedom, and if you want to purchase the best PC, it will be a ton of money for you to spend. If you want to purchase video games or skins or whatever you want to have, as you want to get a Porsche GT3 RS, can you afford that? No, but when you build yourself to be able to afford these things without them hurting your bank account, that right there, that is a win. And that is how you get to enjoy these toys without guilt and without sacrificing your health and whatever future is laid out there for you. So make use of your full potential and the technology, the tools that we have these days, including AI and the internet and pretty much anything that you can imagine, and build yourself up now so that your future self can really thank you. And I'm still 21 and I'm gaining the benefits of having enough money. I can purchase whatever gaming PC that I want right now. I still cannot purchase a GT3 RS guy because I don't have a budget for it, nor do I have a goal to get one, but that soon I think will be possible. And it's the dream of many guys out there. It's just that you need to do the right things to get there. You cannot get there by just playing video games all day and watching series and being just purely invested in other people's lives or in the digital realm that is far from reality. So wake up and get to work. Find that building a business, building yourself, that in it of itself is the best game that you can get into. Um, and trust me, there's nothing better than this game. Something that I'd been craving for a while is to fulfill my potential, is to maximize the energy and the intelligence that I can get throughout the day. And I can say that over the past week, that has been the case. every day I'm pushing my limits. I'm trying to work as much as I can, trying to also follow the schedule that I set up for myself. And that includes also working out and doing other things that are on the schedule. So today is also one of these days where I didn't get enough sleep, yet I kept on pushing and trying as hard as I can to complete what's on schedule. Although I didn't complete everything, I tried my best in doing so. And so, and that is something I'm really grateful for, that I am in my youth and I am utilizing every ounce of energy that I have to try and build something that's revolutionary, whether that is with this channel or it's with my business or it's with the sports that I'm doing, kind of like anything in this life. So I am in that season and I'm very happy about that. So we'll keep on pushing. Right now it's 10:35 p.m. I am sleeping late indeed because of a lot of things that went on today that were out of my control. But even though I'm sleeping in late or a bit later, I will wake up tomorrow at 5 a.m. and have a regular day as if I slept at 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. Doesn't matter. I got a lot of tasks and I am putting myself in situations where I have lots of responsibilities to take on so that I have no other choice but to toughen up and push myself and break the limits that had been set a while ago and kind of raise my own standards. And I think as I do that, whoever I onboard on my team and whoever is watching this will also be inspired to raise their standards and to accompany me in building a great vision, whether it's for themselves or for our commonly shared business. It's been a successful week. Let's repeat it.